Hey there, what's going on? Jamie Laszlo here from Sea of Tranquility. And I got this idea this morning while I was brushing my teeth. I don't know why. But I thought, there's albums out there by bands that most people hate. Maybe hate's a strong word, but they don't think are as good as a lot of the other albums in that band's catalog or artist, if it's a solo artist. Maybe sometimes they hate it. And I was thinking how some of those albums I kind of dig, And then I was thinking, my God, you stack them up against what's considered classics, and I might like some of these shitty albums more than the classic albums. And then I started thinking of different bands. I'm like, whoa, this could be kind of like a series thing. So I text Mr. P. Pardo and I said, what do you think of this idea? He goes, this could be fun. So I decided to make a video and focus on, I got a lot of albums in my mind that I could, that are supposed to be shitty, that I can compare to a classic that I kind of like better. But I thought I'd focus on just one for one video and not do a whole bunch of them. And this is not April Fool's. It's not even April 1st. I'm not doing this just to get a reaction. Oh, Laszlo doesn't really think that way. He's just making this video just to get a reaction. No, I honestly think this way. I know I've always thought this way since these albums have come out. But I'm here to defend my thoughts. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not here trying to convince you that I'm right. I just want to put this thought on a plate, present it to you, and tell you why it exists. So, Megadeth. Been around forever, right? We all have our favorite Megadeth albums. Mine might be Cryptic Writings. I know that's not a popular thing to say, but man, I really dig that album. I really dig the songs on that album. So what I'm about to say might not be that shocking now that you know where I'm coming from. I like the early stuff, even though it's more thrashy, but it's not my favorite era. There's only a couple of Megadeth albums that I really don't care for, and a lot of them came out in 2000, late 2000s, early 2010s. What was the one? 13? I should have wrote it down. Yeah, a few of those albums between 2008 and 2014 don't do a whole hell of a lot for me. But I thought today we would focus on a classic. And yes, I'm calling this You're Nuts. I don't know if that name's going to stick or not, but I thought it was a good name. You're Nuts, Laszlo. That's why I got the padded room behind me, because it's probably where a lot of you think I'm going to belong after talking about these two albums. And it's Megadeth, Rust in Peace. So started off 1990, Marty Freeman joins the band. 1990, Rust in Peace comes out. Right at the end of the year, 1999, they do Risk. And it's Marty Freeman's last album. So he was there from 90 to 99. So all of the 90s, which is probably my favorite era of the band. But when it comes to Rust in Peace versus Risk, people think this is shit. A lot of people think this is their best album. I like Risk more. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying I've listened to this more. I enjoy the songs more. Now you're thinking that's fucking crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. Well, I made some notes today on my thought process here. So I thought we'd go song to song to song. That's the best way to do it. On Risk. Let's start with Risk, the one I like. Well, I like both. I'm not saying this is shit either. I'm not. I'm just saying I like Risk more. Insomnia, yeah. See, memorable. I know exactly how it goes. When I read the name of the song, I know exactly how it goes. It's not the story with Rust in Peace. It's not with every song. I think it's that song. A lot of people would call this barely a metal album, but I don't care. I don't care how heavy an album is. I don't. If it's heavy and good, great. If it's not so heavy and good, great. I think that's a great song. It's kind of close to thrash metal, a little at times. You know, I'm sure when a lot of people bought this album, they put it in. They had hopes for it when that song started. They said, okay, let's see where they go. Well, where they went was a lot of crazy places no one really expected. Prince of Darkness, you know, has that 90s Megadeth hook that I just love. They had some of the best hooks in metal and hard rock in the 90s. And it has a great build up to it. And yeah, and then Crush 'Em comes on next. Crush 'Em is one of my favorite Megadeth songs of all time. I'll say it again. Crush 'Em is one of my favorite Megadeth songs of all time. I always thought an NHL team dropped the ball. It's not too late. You can still do it. I'm talking to you, Pittsburgh Penguins, if you want to do that, do this. Crush 'Em. Such a great song to use to get the crowd going. Enter the arena. I think that's the opening lines. We're going to crush them. This is going to hurt just a little bit. You'll never be more than second best. Come on. And you could do it right before the game, or, well, not right before the game. You could do it right before the second period, right before it. Like the Steelers play Renegade by Styx right before, is it the fourth quarter they do it? Or the third quarter? Do they do it right after halftime? I forget what quarter, but this could be someone's Renegade. And you could get the Jumbotron with the words crush 'em, and when you get the the gang vocals, crush 'em, the crowd could be singing crush 'em, and it could be intimidating to the other team too. So somebody out there adopt this idea and play Megadeth Crush 'Em at your NHL games. Doctor is Calling. It's kind of a throwaway song, but I still think it has cool parts in it. It drags a little bit here and there. I get it. But then you get I'll Be There, and you're like, I'll Be There? What the fuck is this a Four Top song? What happened to my Megadeth? I'm sure a lot of people were talking about. In the Four Top song, Reach Out, I'll Be There, probably has more balls than this song. All right, I get it. But again, I don't care. It's a good fucking song, man. It's a well-written song. All right? Does it sound more like Bon Jovi than Megadeth? Maybe. But look, when it comes to Bon Jovi, I probably don't like a quarter of their catalog, song-wise. I'm sure I don't. But if this was a Bon Jovi song, it'd be one of the ones I dig, And then you get that part at the end. Oh, Laszlo's all in with that shit. I am all in with that shit. It sounds big, not big in a metal kind of way, but big and immense in a production kind of way, and layering instruments. It's just cool. Again, is it metal? Maybe not. Don't care. Wanderlust starts off as this weird little song, but then the chorus is great. And the chorus, actually, Dave Mustaine he's never known as like a great singer, but he's mustering up some soul in that chorus, as much soul as Dave Mustaine can get. Ecstasy, again, great chorus. Awesome, memorable song I can sing while I'm sing along to. Acoustic guitars layering over the electric guitars. It sounds good. I know some people might say it's a decent album. It's just not a decent Megadeth album. Well, it is a decent Megadeth album because it says Megadeth on the fucking cover. It's Megadeth. Does it sound like the Megadeth that you knew before this album? No. But it's Megadeth. And some of these songs have the same style and format of the songs that came earlier on the previous three albums. They're just not played as heavy, but they're the same kind of song structure. So yeah, 7 is one of the heavier songs on this album, and it's not one of my favorites. I think it's okay. I think it's good. I like this last third of this song because it goes into this like barroom boogie type of thing where it makes you want to like get on top of move a bunch of beer glasses over and get on top of the table and start dancing to it. It's a fun song. I think this is a fun album. One thing about Megadeth, though, and a lot of their albums for me, they always end on they kind of fizzle out. They never, I have to go through the whole discography, but a lot of them, they kind of fizzle out. They don't go out on a big bang. And Time the beginning and Time the end, this album fizzles out with those two little shorter songs. So right there, Risk. I told you why I like it. But Jamie, you're not going to sit here and rip on Rust in Peace, are you? Because that's so much more metal. But again, I don't care. I don't care how metal something is or how metal something isn't. I don't care. So Rust in Peace, I've listened to this album throughout the years. And I always wanted to like it. I always wanted to like it more than I do. It's one of those albums where I throw in and I'm going to love it this time. I'm going to fucking love it. Then I bought it on vinyl. I thought vinyl would help me love it more. I don't know why. And it's okay. It's an okay album. Holy Wars, The Punishment Due. It does a good job, this song, of playing extra fancy and extra fast, but keeping it within the song to keep the song kind of memorable. So every time I do give this album another shot, in hopes of liking it more, whenever it starts off with this song, I go, all right, this is the day I love this album. Does this song lose a little momentum in the middle? Yes. But for the most part, it's good. It's a good song. So I'm like, I listened to it again today. I'm like, here we go. Then Hangar 18 comes on. I'm like, oh, that's one of their best songs, right? Hangar 18? That kind of is like, the structure of the songwriting of Hangar 18 is kind of like they're giving you a glimpse of things to come later in the 90s, with a bit of a hook and memorable guitar parts and things like that. You could say all these parts are memorable because of how fast and quick and fancy and over the top they are, but that's what makes them not memorable to me. They're cool while I'm listening to it, but a lot of the times right after the song is done, look, before I listened to this today, I looked at some of these song titles. On Risk, I knew exactly how they went when I looked at them today. On this, I'm like, Take No Prisoners? I can't remember how the fuck that goes. I cannot remember. Then I listened to it and I'm like, it's a bit shouty. Instead of having a melody in the singing, and there's just a lot of shouting, Take No Prisoners, Take No Shit. That, I guess, is kind of memorable, and dudes shouting that out along with the song in 1991 when this kind of was new. Yeah, but I wish it had more melody and it's a little stop-starty. You know what I mean? Five Magics, another song. I'm like, how the fuck does that go? It's good, but it feels less like a song and just more of a reason to show off. And look, a song to me, do I listen to avant-garde or technical death metal sometimes and prog metal? Yes, I do. But I feel like the song always has to have kind of a purpose, whatever that purpose. Sometimes I don't even know what the purpose is, but I just feel the purpose is kind of there. Sometimes I think on these songs, the purpose is just to show off. and that doesn't strike a chord with me. Musicianship is way down on my list. Musicianship and heaviness within an album is way down on my list. Production, songwriting, maybe vocals, that's pretty high up. Musicianship, look, the Sex Pistols album, the one and only Sex Pistol album, they didn't know how to fucking play their instruments hardly, and I enjoy that. So, Poison was the Cure. It's okay. See, I gotta read my fucking notes here because I just listened to this album an hour ago and I can't remember how it goes. I cannot remember how it goes. Oh, look at here. It's a never-ending verse in search of a chorus. It just picks. I remember this song. It just picks a direction and kind of goes forward. It doesn't really sway side to side, go up and down. It just kind of, it's one long verse. It's almost like Dave Mustaine's barely taking a breath, and then it ends with a guitar solo, I believe. So, yeah, not memorable. Again, I don't hate it. It's just not memorable. Lucretia. It's solid. The guitar breakdown in this song is pretty badass. See, it feels like a song. Even when Marty's overplaying. And when I say overplaying, I don't mean that necessarily as a bad thing. It's just the only way I don't want to say fancy playing or quick playing or kind of overplaying. And you can overplay something and still make it sound really good and cool. So his overplaying in this is within, the parameters of the song. Tornado of Souls. Good. It's a good song. See, I don't hate the album. It's a good song. Awesome guitar passages that you can kind of just slide into, mentally. Kind of just slide into those guitar passages. And when the guitar solo happens, it doesn't feel like a pie smashing you in the face coming out of left field. It kind of blooms from those guitar passages. That's what I like. I don't like the jittery, here's another guitar solo, and then there's bass. It's smooth sounding altogether. I mean, yes, there's the playing is more fancy and technical and impressive on this album than it is on Risk. But again, I don't fucking care. Don't care. Dawn Patrol is just a little ditty, bass-filled ditty with some narration type thing. And then Rest in Peace, ... Polaris. It's okay. I got nothing bad to say about the song, but I got nothing overwhelming, I got nothing to say that made the song like overwhelm me with, wow, that song is fucking great. So nothing great to say, but nothing to crow about either. I mean, nothing bad to say, but nothing to crow about either. The last third of it kind of rocks, but I feel like it's trying to be a bigger epic than what it really is to my ears, and I still feel like it needs a chorus, So yeah. Sorry for the edit there. I had a situation, but that's okay. I cleared that situation up. Where was I? So what I was going to say is I'm looking at the song titles here, and it starts with Holy Wars, ... The Punishment Due, ends with Rest in Peace, ... Polaris, and we all know Dave loves he loves to use an ellipse in a song title or a album title. So I thought I would use one to make my point. On this album, it's good, ... just not great. So yeah, as you can see, I'm not saying it's terrible, but these are my thoughts. I like Risk better. I just like Risk better. I don't know what to tell you. Look, I wanted to do this show so that you, the viewer, and anyone else who, who's part of Sea of Tranquility can look. I'm putting my balls on the table for you to bust them. Feel free to bust them. Go down in the comments. Tell me why I'm nuts, because that's what I call the damn show so far. We'll see if it catches on. You're nuts. So, bust my balls. I don't care. I really don't care. You can't hurt my feelings, and you're not going to change my mind. So, anybody else out there who wants to do this on Sea of Tranquility, or even if you, the viewer, wants to go down there and go, you know what, I always thought this and I was afraid to say it. This is your chance to finally say it. Get it off your back. Nobody will judge you. Well, people might judge you, but who gives a fuck, right? And who knows, maybe the next video, if someone else does one of these, their opinion, wacky opinion, will be so crazier than this, then people will even forget that I said this. Probably not. I'll go down in history as the risk guy. I'm already the Pat Benatar guy and Miley Cyrus guy. I might as well be the risk guy too. Keep piling it on. I don't give a flying fuck. So check us out on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All together. All the damn time. Don't forget to hit the like button. Even if you hated my opinion, hit the like button anyways. Notification bell so you get alerted of videos as they drop. And also go to the merch page and buy yourself something for the summer. Get yourself a new summer hat, summer t-shirt. Does he got koozies over there? He should have koozies, beer koozies for your beer this summer. I don't know if he does or not. I'm throwing that idea out there. And give to the Ko-fi. Rhymes with no fee, as Martin Popoff used to say. And the Cameo page, and the membership thing is always there. You can become a member and be one of the cool people. So, till I see you again, and hopefully someone else does one of these videos, I am Jamie Laszlo, and I am out.